Hello, welcome back to Let's Play Jane's Fighters Anthology as we continue with the reference materials. We're almost through the fighter section now, only got a couple entries left. Oh, and it looks like today we'll be starting with the Sea Harrier. Sea Harrier, title Bay Sea Harrier, Royal Navy designation FRS Mark 1 and F/A Mark 2. Type V-STOL fighter, reconnaissance and strike aircraft. Excuse me. Program. Development of the P-1184 Sea Harrier announced by British government 15th of May 1975. First flight, Unit XZ450, 20th of August 1978. First delivery to the Royal Navy, Unit XZ451, 18th of June 1979. First ship trials on the USS Hermes, November of 1979. Ski jump launching ramp proposed by Lieutenant Commander D.R. Taylor, Royal Navy. Takeoff trials ashore, 1977, and at sea from 30th October 1980. HMS Invincible and Illustrious first fitted with 7-degree ramps, HMS Ark Royal 12 degrees. Latter allows 1,135 kilogram or 2,500 pound increased load for the same takeoff run of 50 to 60% shorter run, or a 50 to 60% shorter run at the same weight. HMS Invincible recommissioned with 13-degree ramp in 18th of May 1989. HMS Illustrious received similar year rework May 1991 or May 1991 to April of 1994. Variants: FRS Mark 1 initial Royal Navy version, Pegasus 104 engine. First used operationally during the Falkland Islands campaign 1982 from HMS Hermes and Invincible. 29 flew 2,376 sorties, destroying 22 enemy aircraft in air-to-air combat without loss. 4 lost in accidents and 2 to ground fire. Total of 37 remained in June of 1993, including Mark II conversions. Following description applies to the Sea Harrier FRS Mark 1, except where indicated otherwise. FRS Mark 51, similar to the Mark 1 for the Royal Navy. The FA Mark II differs externally from Mark 1 by a less pointed nose radome, longer rear fuselage, resulting from 35 cm or 1 foot, 1 3/4 inch plug aft a wing trailing edge. Revisions of antenna and external stores. Internal changes include GEC Marconi Blue Vixen Pulse Doppler radar offering all-weather look-down shoot-down capability, with inherent track-well scan, multiple target engagement, greatly increased missile launch range, enhanced surface target acquisition, and improved ECCM performance. Current weapons plus AIM-120 ARAM on air screw Howden, Fraser Nash rail launchers, and McDonnell Douglas LAU-106A eject launchers. Wingtip extensions of 20 centimeters or 8 inches and 30 centimeters or 1 feet. Best flown to enhance stability carrying AMRAAM, but proved unnecessary by 1990 trials. Design features: single-engined V-STOL system with 4 rotatable exhaust nozzles that can be set through 98.5 degrees from fully aft position. Short takeoff made with nozzles initially fully aft, then turned partially downward for liftoff and continued forward acceleration. Nozzles can be vectored at high speed to tighten turn radius or decelerate suddenly. Control at less than wingborne airspeed automatically transferred to reaction control valves at wingtips, nose, and tail, also enhancing combat maneuvers. The main difference from land-based Harriers include elimination of magnesium components, introduction of raised cockpit, revised operational avionics, and installation of multi-mode GEC Marconi radar with air-to-air intercept and air-to-surface modes, and redesigned nose that folds to port. Pegasus 104 turbofan on Mark 1 incorporates additional anti-corrosion features and generates more electrical power than the land-based Pegasus 103. Landing gear: retractable bicycle type of Dowdy Aerospace manufacturer, permitting operation from rough, unprepared surfaces of CBR as low as 3 to 5%. Hydraulic actuation with nitrogen bottle for emergency extension of landing gear. Single steerable nose wheel retracts forward, twin-coupled main wheels rearward into fuselage. Small outrigger units retract rearward into fairing, slightly inboard of wingtips, nose wheel leg of levered suspension liquid spring type. Power plant: 1 Rolls-Royce Pegasus Mark 104 or retrofit option Mark 106 vector thrust turbofan rated for 95.6 kilonewtons or 21,500 pounds force with 4 exhaust nozzles of 2 vane cascade type rotatable through 98.5 degrees from fully aft position. Engine bleed air from HP compressor used for jet reaction control system and 2 power duplicated air motor for nozzle actuation. Low drag intake cowls each have 8 automatic suction relief doors aft the leading edge to improve intake efficiency by providing extra engine air at low forward or zero speeds. Accommodation pilot only, a Martin Baker Mark 10 H00 rocket ejection seat which operates through the miniature detonating cord equipped canopy of the pressurized, heated, and air-conditioned cockpit. Seat raised 28 centimeters or 11 inches compared with the Harrier. Manually operated rearward sliding canopy, bird-proof windscreen with hydraulically actuated wiper, windscreen washing system. Avionics, nose-mounted GEC Marconi Blue Fox, Blue Vixen in the FA Mark II, multimode radar with TV raster daylight viewing tube which conveys flight information as well as radar data to the pilot. Smith's electronic HUD and 20,000 word digital weapon aiming computer bus control unit and missile control system. Radar altimeter and Rackle Doppler 72 radar, GEC Marconi self-aligning attitude and headings reference platform and digital navigation computer. Upfront control panel and multifunction display. Radio nav aids include UHF homing, GEC Marconi AD2770 TACAN with offset facility. Please see PTR 446 D-band IFF transponder, Kosser IFF 3500 interrogator, Thorn EMI ARI 5983 I-band transponder, and Thorn EMI microwave airborne digital guidance equipment or MAG. Armament. No built-in armament, combat load carried on 4 underwing and 3 under fuselage pylons. Wing and center fuselage pylons fitted with ML ejector release units, other under fuselage pylons with McDonnell Douglas LAU 106A missile eject launchers for AIM-120 AMRAAM. Inboard wing points and fuselage centerline points stressed for loads of up to 907 kilograms or 2,000 pounds each, and outboard underwing pair for loads up to 295 kilograms or 650 pounds each. 2 strike fairings under the fuselage can each be replaced by a 30mm aiding gun, gun pod and ammunition, or on the FA Mark II by 2 missile pylons. Aircraft cleared for operations with maximum external load exceeding 2,270 kilograms or 5,000 pounds, and has flown with weapon load of 3,630 kilograms or 8,000 pounds. FA Mark II outboard pylons re-stressed to 454 kilograms or 100 pounds, or 1,000 pounds, able to carry 30mm guns, bombs, rockets, and flares of UK and US design. Dimensions external. Wingspan normal 7.7 meters or 25 feet 3 inches. Ferry 9.04 meters or 29 feet 8 inches. Length overall for the FRS Mark 1 14.5 meters or 47 feet 7 inches. The FA Mark II 14.17 meters or 46 feet 6 inches. Length overall nose folded FRS Mark 1 12.73 meters or 41 feet 9 inches. The FA Mark II 13.16 meters or 43 feet and 2 inches. Height overall 3.71 meters or 12 feet 2 inches. Tailplane span 4.24 meters or 13 feet 11 inches. Weights and loadings for the FRS Mark 1. Operating weight empty 6,374 kilograms or 14,052 pounds. Max fuel internal 2,295 kilograms or 5,060 pounds. External 2,404 kilograms or 5,300 pounds. Max weapon load short takeoff 3,600 kilograms or 8,000 pounds. Vertical takeoff 2,270 kilograms or 5,000 pounds. Max takeoff weight 11,880 kilograms or 26,200 pounds. Max wing loading 636 kilograms per meter squared or 130.3 pounds per square foot. Max power loading 124.27 kilograms per kilonewton or 1.22 pound per pound force. Performance for the FRS Mark 1, Mach number at high altitude 1.25, max level speed. Well, I think that's wrong because these are subsonic. Might be like 0.9, but maybe in a dive it could exceed that, but I kind of doubt that number. Max level speed at low altitude above 640 knots or 1,185 kilometers per hour or 736 miles per hour. Estimated airspeed. Attack radius 250 nautical miles or 463 kilometers or 288 miles. G limits plus 7.8 minus 4.2. Length 14.5 meters, height 3.71 meters, wingspan 7.7 meters. Max takeoff weight 11,880 kilograms, max wing load 636 kilograms per meter squared, max level speed 640 knots. Even that I kind of doubt, because isn't 640 knots like getting real close to the speed of sound? I gotta check that out now. Go away. 640 kts to Mach. Okay, it's 0.96 Mach, so okay. I do accept that then. So here we can see the Harrier in a low visibility gray-black color scheme. These are the nozzles they're talking about that are on the sides here that rotate to provide the thrust at both vertical and, front to back. Single seat, very simple design, but very effective design given that it's lasted. The Harrier and its variants was in service from the 70s to the USMC is still in the process of decommissioning them. So they're, coming up on almost 50 years for the family as a whole. Obviously, the US Mark 1 and British Mark 1 Harriers have probably all long since been retired. I think Spain might still operate some, but those will probably get replaced by the F-35. So, very effective, long-lived, and simple aircraft. Relatively speaking, for a VTOL aircraft anyways. And we do have some videos to watch today, so let us watch the design video.
The evolution of the British aerospace Sea Harrier began in 1957 with the design of a prototype vertical takeoff and landing aircraft called the P-1127. By 1960, after more investigations into the vectored thrust principle, the prototype vehicle made its first tethered flight. Originally known as the Kestrel, the Harrier program took 12 years and several more prototypes to mature until reaching Royal Air Force operational status in 1969. Initially planned as a single-seat attack and close support fighter, the first operational Harrier, the GR Mark 1, was armed with two 30mm cannons and could deliver up to 8,000 pounds of conventional ordnance. By 1975, the Harrier was upgraded with an improved cockpit, radar, and a more powerful Rolls-Royce Pegasus turbofan engine. This model was ordered by the Royal Navy as its fleet defense aircraft, the Sea Harrier FRS Mark 1, also known as Harrier 1. Today, the Sea Harrier is undergoing further advancements and has been designated the FA Mark II to reflect a change in operational role. The main improvements to the aircraft are Blue Vixen radar, a digital radar offering beyond visual range and look-down, shoot-down capabilities against multiple air and seaborne targets. A new integrated weapons and avionics suite and digital data bus, carriage of 4 AIM-120 AMRAAM missiles, and an updated cockpit with revised displays and HOTAS controls to reduce pilot workload.
Alright, and now let's see what they have for the history video.
As the world's first operational vertical takeoff and landing fighter, the Harrier is truly unique. It can fly and fight out of restricted spaces on land or at sea, and can deliver with pinpoint accuracy a wide range of ordnance on targets by day, or in the case of the latest model, the Harrier 2, by night. Roles in which Harrier variants operate include close air support, reconnaissance, fleet air defense, and maritime attack. The Harrier's effectiveness has been demonstrated in climates from Arctic to tropical and is combat-proven in war conditions in the South Atlantic, Arabian Gulf, northern Iraq, and Bosnia. In perhaps the Sea Harrier's most legendary encounter during the Falklands War, a small Harrier force challenged and defeated an opposing air armada 10 times its size. At sea, Harrier does not require angled decks, catapult launchers, or arresting gear, as it can operate from smaller VTOL-capable ships, such as the Royal Navy's Invincible class, or aircraft carriers with limited deck runs. Orders for over 800 Harriers of various models have been placed, and there is a continuing requirement for production, with the aircraft expected to remain in service well into the next century. In this rapidly changing world, there is an increasing need for the versatility and flexibility of the Sea Harrier.
Definitely a definitely an aircraft that will make its mark on the history books. And I think that is. Oh, by the way, I believe these bulges here, because in game it's always mounted with the gun pod. So I believe these bulges are. One of them is the pod for gun, and the other, well, on the USMC one, one's podded for the gun and one's a pod for the ammo. They might model the Sea Harrier with two guns, so in which case each pod would have the gun and an ammo supply. But with all that being said, I think we are done for today. So with that, thank you all for watching, and stay tuned for next time, and stay safe out there, and we'll see you then.